After school, I fell right into the fashion industry doing fashion graphics. And a few years later, I ended up working for Rockaware. Meeting Jay-Z was like he's like one of my, one of my idols. Like, I really enjoy, his work. But working with him was a totally different experience. I was there for a special moment when he was able to kind of take the company on and learn this whole new industry. And from learning that industry, like, I saw how he digested that type of information, how he developed his own opinions and developed his own strategies on how to take those things on. At first or whatever, like, he would, just come in the office and sit there quietly, not saying anything, and ask, very, very, very specific questions about the craft and about what we were doing. And for the first 6 months, it was crazy, me just answering his questions. And that was all that, I needed to kind of give me a lot of confidence as a young designer. My style came about through one of my clients wanted me to do a project that required minimalist types of aesthetics. In between emails and on the side, I was doing these warm-ups to kind of understand the idealisms of what those things are. That's when the triangle kind of hit me. It stuck with me. Like, the triangle thing, I was like, oh, I can make stuff off of this. The LeBron 11 project came about through a colleague of mine, Grotesque, Keaton Maris, and Rasa Uno, Max Vogel. They kind of saw what I was doing on the for that 6 months, and they were like, you're perfect for this project, because LeBron's shoe at the time was designed with all these facets and triangle shapes and stuff. So they were like, you're the guy for this campaign. And so there was about 3 or 4 of them that kind of banded together, and then they were working at Doubleday in Cartwright. And so I went up there for a week, worked on the project, and tried to absorb everything that they had to offer. Kimo walked me down into the basement where he had his workshop, his little Grotesque workshop. I was in awe, and I think that was what put me on a path to doing the same thing. When I first heard about what Rare was doing, it was amazing. As a digital artist, I have a lot of things that are on the computer that can't necessarily be printed or output to a painting or a sculpture or something physical for somebody to collect. And so these digital files often, kind of just end up on a drive somewhere, and then maybe during a retrospective later on, they'll be shown on a screen or something like that, but they have no particular value, when they are really valuable. When I first heard about the blockchain being able to make those digital files scarce, it was like, man, this is what we're doing as artists. I set up a whole studio to make these ideas become these scarce items. And to be able to just do that within the computer is amazing. But I definitely think there's a generation of us digital artists that are gonna embrace it 1,000 times over.